Hi guys, it's Claris and welcome back to my YouTube channel where I post watercolor videos on having some therapeutic fun painting every Thursdays and Saturdays for you guys. So be sure to hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for all the videos that are coming out. Please follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Tag me in your work, guys, because I would absolutely love to share it in my stories and tag you guys right back. So let's begin today's video. Let's begin today's watercolor, shall we? Hey guys, for today's video, we are going to be enhancing what we learned on Thursday and creating something nice and pretty that you can either use as a bookmark or a pattern or a Mother's Day card even. Mother's Day is coming up. So here we go. We are going to be continuing our session with the Filbert. I am also going to be keeping my silver black velvet in the number 4 handy. And we're using the same colors, which is the golden, cadmium red light, carmine, violet, and raw umber. All right, so let's begin. I am going to be creating a couple of these peonies. There's one here, I'm going to create one more here, and probably a third one down there, and then we'll have some of those nice regular blooms as well. So for the peony, we have some pre-mixed purple from Thursday, and we're going to start. So some of them can be lighter than the others. Feel free to dip some color directly from your little cake there, and we're doing the exact same thing. We're going to create one here first, so I'm creating one petal and then another stroke to kind of make it look nice and loose. Then I'm going to get some color directly from here to get that nice red, creating a middle one. Then I'm dipping the tip in water, getting a little bit of the purple. I'm creating a nice loose one at the side. Then we're going to get some more purple. Going to add a nice loose one here. Gonna get a little bit of that carmine to add a little more of that pinky look to it. And we are gonna continue creating some very loose looking petals, pushing all the color to the center. Just like that. All right, so I'm just adding a couple of loose looking bits to the side here just to kind of give it that nice fluffy look. And then we're going to create the top portion of it, which is you're literally just adding a couple of strokes to kind of make it look like these are outlined. The middle portion's a little bit higher than the others, just so it gives you that nice rounded look. And you can add a little bit of the red or the carmine just in the center to kind of give it some difference in there. And I'm just adding some to the side here, very lightly, some strokes, to kind of give it a nice full finish. All right, perfect. This is all I'm going to do. Let's create another one since we have the purple running in handy. Adding a little more of that carmine to my purple to get a slightly different variation. And I'm going to create this one over here at the top. And in the same exact motion or method that we've been doing, we're creating a lighter, possibly not lighter because I added a couple more colors there, or strokes of color to give me that nice darker hue, pushing the color to the center. Love it. That could just remain a flower just as it is. It doesn't need to be a peony like the other two. So I might just leave it as that in comparison with the other one. Yeah, so then in that case we need, actually no, let's just make it a peony, because then we might be getting a little bit too complicated with things, and I want to keep this simple and fun for you guys. So let's just close that up, give it a little bit of a center kind of. So the video ended before I realized it wasn't recording, and I just added a little bit of strokes to the side to finish that floral. So we're going to continue now and create a couple more of these little guys. And so for that, again, I find for this technique, I'm really enjoying just getting the color directly from my little pans as opposed to mixing them on here. It gives me that nice bright color. I'm just gonna get a little bit of color there first. So let's do one over here. And again, we're doing like these light little strokes, adding like a combination of both colors even, right? Just like that. I'm kind of mixing it in, dipping just the tip of my brush in water just to get like that softer feel to my florals as I'm going along. I'm just going to add a couple over here so this looks like it's a floral that's upward. Just adding like a couple of strokes to the side here to give it that nice loose feel, and just like a little bit of a dot there. Perfect. I love it. I'm gonna get some more of this color and get another floral happening, possibly just down over here at the bottom. And again, just like I've mentioned earlier, please make sure you are leaving a lot of white space, guys. And if you feel like you need to turn your sheet over just to get like these nice strokes using the rounded version or round area of your brush, please do so. As you can see, like if you use the tip of the brush to go start from the top, you get like a different ending at the bottom. So if you want that nice rounded feel at the bottom, make sure you do what I suggested, turning your sheet. Let's see what else. Let's add a couple of little, I guess, buds for these guys. Now the buds might be, you know, a combination of adding the full stroke as well as your side stroke. So like the full width of the brush as well as like a little bit of a side stroke. And just like that. And then maybe like even like a couple of dots here and there to kind of indicate they're like tinier buds maybe. Just like that. And kind of tapering off to the top, right? I'm just trying to keep it very light and airy without getting too detailed. And I think I see when I do like 3 like this, now I got to do another one and then another one, and this is how it starts. Never ends. All right, let's do a couple over on this end here at the bottom. Can you see? I'm just making sure that you guys can see properly. And again, these florals that we're doing over here at the bottom, again, can just be like how we've done them at the top, like very light and airy and kind of like tapering off as you go to the end. So keep it that way. Just adding some very soft looking, like almost like buds, you could say. Give it that nice softer edge as opposed to just very abrupt. And you can see what I'm doing is, let me explain that to you. So I'm just doing one stroke using the main width, side stroke here, and then another one right below. So it looks like a flower that's almost like the inside is partly seen. or partially seen. And then we can go in with the, no. We can continue using the Filbert and create some leaves. So I'm going to use the raw umber. Still going with the whole simplistic idea of this painting and creating a couple of leaves using my raw umber. Just like that. So get used to using the full width and then the side to create these pretty little extensions for leaves that we're doing. And then try some side strokes. This is what you would get like to get that more elongated shape of leaf. And I'm just dipping directly into my my palette, my little cake here, to get some color. And I'm just going to add some darker strokes around that area there. And notice that the leaves that I'm doing are almost like they're white space. There's a lot of white space between the leaves and the actual floral itself. So I'm keeping with that theme of white space, and I want you to practice that as well. Mixing a little bit of that purple to see if I can get like another variant of the leaf. Too much water here, as you can see, but I think we'll get some nice effects if we kind of just continue and give it a little bit of shape or direction. This leaf became too big. That's okay. We can take our paper towel and just wipe it off. Sometimes this stuff happens, guys. Can't sweat the small stuff, right? There we go. That's okay. So I'm just adding a little bit of green to the edge of this so it kind of seeps in. Still have that feeling of green happening. And I'll add some happening over here on this end too. So it looks like it's extending from our peony. And then giving it just the side stroke. And then adding another leaf right here. And then one more, like a hint of another one over there. And we are good. Let's see, we can even add a couple of strokes over here on this end. Perfect. See, I'm being very minimal in my application of leaves here, and then I'm just adding a couple of strokes to add and connect these little guys here. And then if you want to add some leaves, I'm just using the corner to add, or the side of the brush to kind of add some leaves. And I'm probably not going to add much to the top, but just kind of adding hints of like as if they do have extensions at the top. But again, leaving it quite loose and airy. Airy is the word. I'm trying to leave it airy and not super crowded. So you can see what I've done is I've taken some of the raw umber, mixed it up with some of the leftover purple, and that's why I'm getting some of this interesting, I guess, color happening. So at this point, I'm just adding a couple of strokes here and there to kind of finish up this painting by making it look a little more cohesive and together as opposed to different pieces. If you like it being in different pieces like this, absolutely just run with that. I prefer to have a little bit of cohesiveness happening with this, so you can either follow me or kind of do your own thing. You've gotten the basic gist of everything. I'm just going to continue doing mine and instructing you as I go along, so feel free to either continue or pause. I got some marks on here, so I'm definitely going to do some leaves over here on this end. Seeing that I accidentally got some marks. There we go. not going to add any more of the purple in that. I don't want it to be too overpowering with my stuff. So I'm just going to leave it as is, and then just leave a couple of strokes to kind of indicate leaves in these areas. Maybe a little bit of stem as well. And then we have some happening over here. Just some over here as well. You can have some extending and protruding out like this and kind of not quite touching the stem itself. And again, it just gives it like a nice lighter look and feel. I can have some over here too, just so it doesn't look too abrupt, but like there's a softer end to it, just like that. And let's see, where else can we do some leaves? I think at this point I'm gonna put down the, no, I'll just do a couple more, and then we're gonna use the number 4 silver black velvet to continue and finish the rest. So I'm just doing one more here. And I love how it frames with these kind of nice organic rounded shapes. This is why I really like the Filbert, because it just gives you that nice feel to it. I love it. Adding a leaf right there so it like seals up that area. And I think that's it really. I think this is it for now for the Filbert. I think I can go ahead and add a little bit of the number 4. And for this, you know what, just to keep things a little more interesting so they don't look too green at this point, I'm going to use whatever leftover color I have. So I'm going to use more of this. No, I think we have enough purple happening. Let's use the purple mixed in with the umber and get like this sort of muted mauve-ish kind of color. And this is the consistency. It's like less color, more water that I am using. All right, so we're gonna use this and create some pretty leaves. And this time it's going to be a lot lighter, a lot thicker, sorry, not thicker, but what's the word I'm looking for? Sharper edged compared to the round edge that we've been getting so far. And I'm going to do these as leaves that kind of give some motion and direction. And so that's fairly easy to do in terms of really great repetition. So just like giving it a stroke and then just adding the leaves in your very light, faint watercolor. Just like that. And you see how it's giving it some direction right here, some direction there. And it's light, but it's not overpowering. I'm going to have one over here as well. It can connect to your stem, or you can choose for it to just kind of not connect. I'll leave that up to you. Have different variants or variations of sizing as well. I think that would really be helpful. So I'm having one kind of go out this way. And you can see how I'm just taking my brush and kind of just with a stroke, just having it kind of flare out. That's what you need to do to kind of give it that motion. Just gonna get one more over here because otherwise it looks like everything is over on this side. Some on this side here, just to kind of even out the balance. Not much for symmetry, but just to give it a little more of a feel on this end too. I'm adding some over here. So I'm really liking how this is turning out. It's almost like white space, but you're filling up the white space with some stuff. Some nice additional fillers almost that are light and airy and whimsical. And not green as well. So I'm just gonna extend that and add some shorter looking leaves at the edge of it. And just continuing, let's see, we can add some over here on this end too, just so it doesn't look too void of these leaves on this end. And I think I like how this part is looking, so I think I will leave that. But just add possibly some over here. Now I'm keeping in mind, that's my laptop, keeping in mind that you guys might be using this as a bookmark or something, maybe for Mother's Day, or just a pattern for painting a card maybe, I don't know. But I've made this in a vertical kind of manner, and I'm hoping that you can get the drift of it. Like if you don't want it to be vertical, you can absolutely make it into any, like horizontal if you wish, or a square, but just kind of strategically place the elements so you know exactly how to get that shape that you're looking for. And we're almost done. And I'm just gonna quickly finish these little bits that we have. And I think it's turned out quite pretty. Let me know in the comments, guys, what you think. And send me your work. I definitely want to see what you guys come up with. As you can see, I'm really into this piece right now, and I'm talking to you as I'm still continuing doing more work on it. But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this as much as I did. And hit the like button, guys, if you like this. And if you are new to my channel, definitely subscribe if you like, obviously, if you like watercolor like this. So, all right, I think I'm going to leave it like this and allow you guys to do your thing and send me your work. So thanks, guys, for watching, and we'll chat soon. Bye.